Hello, it is Dr. Calico, and today we are going to be reviewing what we've been doing for Neon Defense. We did get busy, and the update that we just pushed, which introduces level 2-4 and the Vixie Cryothrower, let's be entirely honest, we got busy. We did release it, it's just things happened. So let's go over what we've been doing here. Yeah, we're going to start with the pause menu, which is going to be a little bit interesting, I'd say. So I'm just going to F11 here. Well, the first thing that we have is there is a clarity toggle. I can't actually oh, I can show this off. Let's go to the main menu. Yeah, this will turn all the turrets orange. And additionally, in the options button, you still get trolled. But thankfully, there is now a new key that will get you to the options menu, and that is P. It's P for pause. And I can just turn off clarity, and the change is reflected in the main menu. Yeah, so I can just turn it on and off clarity, and yeah, that just takes effect. And now, I'm going to keep clarity on and salvage on, because, well, actually, I want to, yeah, I've done pretty much nothing. Okay, so let's look over at the pause menu. I decided that I want to store the variables for uh, options. So what I have here is I have a numerical string that uses modulo to store and extract information in a numerical string. And this is actually possibly the densest way I can store information. Because if we go all the way back up to here, salvage, it runs mod 10 to extract the first digit, and then it says, oh, okay, so it is 1, we'll turn on salvage. It's not 1, we'll just turn off salvage. And then, for clarity, it runs mod 10. Oh, is it higher than 10? Okay, we'll turn on clarity. If it's lower than 10, we will turn off clarity. And yeah, that's a pretty ingenious way to store information as dense as possible, in my opinion. And what else is there? Uh, let's go over level 2-4. Uh, there are now. Wait, hang on a moment. Oh yeah, there's vanguards. Yeah, we did add the vanguards. So yeah, vanguards have projectile-based close-in weapon systems, which are effective against Reyna. And you know, while I'm also here, I'm gonna go back to the pause menu. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of a lore update as well. F11. Patch notes. Okay, so okay, let's actually review this here because let's be entirely honest, it's been like 2 weeks and I don't remember what I've been doing. Well, more specifically, 1 week, but I was busy. Yeah, we added Vixie Cryothrower, additional codex entries. Let's go back there. The database. Yeah, we added in the Vanguard, and there's also a new enemy that we're working on called the Carrier. Yeah, the Carrier is going to be the first enemy that the bugs have access to that can fire rockets. So basically, the code that is intentionally disabled at this time that makes it so that rockets. No, wait. I have to remember here. Yeah, the way the code works is I'm just going to go back over into the code. It's in the game engine, and that is enemy rockets. No, wait, it's enemy missiles, actually. Yeah, enemy missiles has been disabled to prevent a possible game crash because so far there are no objects associated with this. Well, actually, I am working on it. We're going to go back to the pause menu here, which is actually going back over to here. That is enemy projectiles. Carrier. Yeah, the carrier rocket does exist. And it is in the carrier rocket group, and it is in the enemy missiles group. It's just that the associated health uh, argument doesn't work because it's not on there. We'll be working on that. It's um, actually I can just do it, and yeah, that just works. Shell health. Yeah, we're gonna have it have no shields. We're gonna have it make it have we can just say 20 health, not 290 health. That's not the save button. Okay, now let's go back into the engine, and this works. So we can just disable that and disable this. And yeah, everything related to enemy missiles now works in the game's engine. Oh, and also, let's also go over the main menu while we're here. I'm going to close. No, wait. There's one last thing while I'm here. We're going to go to the Artavia Codex. There's been a little bit of a lore change. Well, specifically, none of this was changed, only the starting designation was changed. So everything seems normal so far. It's 2 letters plus 1 number. But then we get to Claw 9 Icicle. And yeah, we can quickly see, yeah, this has definitely changed. Yeah, this did not used to be Claw 9. Definitely wasn't that. Yeah, this isn't changed. That was Claw 11. Yeah, that was definitely not that. Yeah, then we get to MEW Serial 3002-S, Aurora Plasma Cannon. So what is going on here? What is with these seemingly random designations? Well, actually, they're not random. And that's because, well, what we have changed is the fact that the different manufacturers will now use their own designations for each individual weapon. And this is consistent across them. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the Vixie Cryothrower and the Icicle... Hang on a moment. I just realized. That's annoying. That is 11. Yeah, we'll just refresh this because that was incredibly annoying. Okay, so as I was saying, the database, the Coyote Industries use claws as their designations. Yeah, and Matuki, and yeah, they manufacture exclusively energy weapons. So, Matuki Energy Weapon Serial 3002-S, that's the designation that Matuki does. Yeah, now let's go over the hulls. Okay, nothing here has changed. Model FF-55.8 from Ferrite. Okay, for those of you who have who have a rather deep knowledge of chemistry, or rather materials, 55.8 is going to sound of like a really specific number. I'm just gonna say, you guys need to look at the periodic table or possibly Wikipedia, and you will know exactly what this number is referring to. This is not a random number. Uh, Varcella Motors, there's no designation. It's just the Haraya. Yeah, Garissa Motors, though, GM Model 221. And then also GM Model 89. And then we get to Ferrite again with the Thor. uh, yeah, I think I might need to change late game power unit to be like a high-end something. But yeah, 232, once again, that is not a random number. I will state again that it is suggested that you look on the periodic table of elements, or in my case, Wikipedia, and you will know exactly what 232 is. Anyway, let's actually go back to the um, I'm gonna have to say crap, I don't remember. Uh, oh yeah, Patches was here. So yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, we also reworked Ode to Classics. It's now an engine module instead of its own engine. This basically just eliminated huge amounts of technical debt. That's probably why the last update took so long. Minigames level to the level selection. And we also added OCO, Clarity P. Uh, yeah, options are saved. Change to feel in general systems. Change Kanna's firing sound effect. Okay, so we're going to go all the way over into uh, the game's engine, and we are going to enable cheats. And then we're going to go back to the main menu. So, main menu. Yeah, yeah, I think that the problem here is that there's just too many objects on screen, so there is rendering errors in the software. Also, I think I disabled the money cheat. Yeah, I disabled the money cheat, apparently. Yeah, so I'm just going to re-enable that. Okay, so Kanna's firing sound effect. We're just going to build a basic unit. I think this turned out rather well. And the reason why that I changed the sound effect for Kanna was that it's the same reason why I changed the pea shooter sound effect. The original sound effect was not permitted for commercial use. We still need to change the icicle sound effect, but we'll get to work on that eventually. There's still a few more things to do. And also, for the levels, yeah, we'll make this quick. Yeah, we can just click any minigame, and it just works. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for viewing.